Oh, that's weird. Looks like Wami Restaurant hasn't fired up their kitchen yet. Why does it smell so much like boiled fish around here? Oh, Paimon's fine. Seriously though, this smells pretty weird. But Paimon can't quite see what's off about it.
Wow! Color me surprised. Perfume that smells like boiled fish? Xiangling, come give it a sniff. That's totally the scent, right?
Wow, it really is! Even the chili aroma is spot on. How did you even do that?
Some unconventional spice combinations, specialized techniques for refining them, and most importantly, the assistance of a professional chef.
Well, tons of people come to eat our boiled fish every day, so I'd recognize that smell anywhere. No way I'd mistake it for anything. Even if a perfume bottle's the last place I'd expect to smell it. Traveler? Perfect timing! Come, smell my wrist! Emily here just made us a perfume that smells like boiled fish! Isn't that just so cool? Ooh, Paimon's getting kinda hungry just from sniffing this!
See? Always trust Director Who. This perfume really sparks your appetite, doesn't it? I've got an idea, Xiangling. Spray perfume of this type on your menus. One variety for each dish. That way, even if customers haven't tried a dish before, they could just smell the menu and know roughly what it'll taste like.
You're right! This way we can stop guests from wasting food and Mora ordering something they'd end up not wanting to eat.
Exactly! We could even make a whole Leeway flavor atlas. A big chunky book you can flip through to sample the aroma of every single dish. How's that for an idea?
That sounds like stuffing a whole bunch of dishes into the same cabinet. The flavors would definitely get all mixed up. you know? Just open it up and you can smell all that yummy food. But wait, won't that just make us even hungrier?
Food fragrance design is a fascinating field worth exploring. Besides, creations made on a whim are meant for our pleasure. We need an answer to anyone on their account. Use them anywhere you like, whenever inspiration strikes. Besides, it seems like this perfume is already taking effect.
That wasn't Paimon's tummy growling. It was his. Yep, you! If you're gonna spray something on Paimon's head, at least make it something nice like almond tofu. Paimon won't be able to sleep if it's too spicy. Huh? Why does Paimon smell boiled fish again? Oh, seems pretty hot, too. Unlike the perfume from earlier. Paimon, Traveler, Miss Emily! Food's ready!
My goodness, never mind all that. All this brain work has left my tummy growling too. Oh, right! Xiangling, could you make me another serving of almond tofu? Zhongli's queuing for some pastries on my behalf, so I'd like to bring some food back for him too. Also, lend me the perfume. Let's see what our dear consultant thinks when he tastes some almond tofu spritzed with boiled fish scented perfume.
Should I save this money?
Try something new with the One-Bean Restaurant.
Listen, let me tell you how it is.
The almond tofu is ready, but Hu Tao, are you sure you're gonna...
Dear oh dear, this almond tofu is a brand new, one-of-a-kind flavor. Whew.
This scent it's quite unique.
Try something new with the One-Bean Restaurant.
Flurry of frost and autumn leaves. How they scatter. How they swirl. I knew you'd come today. I haven't been here long, actually. This must be exactly what they mean by great minds thinking alike and the understanding shared by kindred spirits. No, he hasn't. He did see me reading as I practiced my swordsmanship, and he did sigh, shake his head, and make gestures with his feet and hands. But he didn't ask for the book back. Well, my guess is that this was my father's idea. He's always told me to practice my calligraphy more and pen a few more congratulatory notes on behalf of the family. That way, I could temper my mind and also gradually get in touch with our business partners, which would lay a foundation for my future role in managing family affairs. And besides, I don't know who else could open my brother's bookcase if not my father. But you know me. I'm honestly most afraid of being stuck sitting up straight at a reception table, feigning civility and giving lip service to... Sorry. Pretend I never said that. Right? I'd much rather find a quiet spot to practice penmanship on my own than sit there drinking stale tea and listening to staler conversation. So, I came here under the pretext of working my swordsmanship into my calligraphy and gaining the relevant enlightenment from Chronicle of Cleansing ink. That way, I get to do a bit of both. I didn't expect that you'd show up so quickly, though. It seems that my swordplay was quite the effective signal beacon. I've realized that even famous figures have an earnest side to them. They aren't prideful, haughty beings of divine skill as many think. As you can see, this original annotated copy contains some remarks and critiques made by a who's who of swordplay and calligraphy from a previous generation. One can, even if vaguely, glimpse the personalities of those eminent personages shine through. Take this, for example. This is another calligraphy great who didn't get along with Chiffon. See how he nitpicks and hangs on to every little error? And how long his annotations are. See? This is the commentary he gave on Chiffon's calligraphy. Free, unrestrained, sharp as a bared edge, like a great tree braced against the wind. It sounds like a compliment, but I fear that when he called Chiffon a great tree, it was in the sense that the greatest tree in the forest is the first to be crushed by the wind. Of course. Those two often butted heads. But one must always be careful when penning words down. Words penned in black and white can hardly be taken back after all. In response, Chiffon penned the following: "Spring will come, and the tree shall yield lush shade." And here too. I remember that the one who wrote this was Tianquan at one point. They say that he was brilliant at both calligraphy and swordplay, that his comments were always very concise. This is what he wrote. Lovely, but you never did learn how to sign your name. There's all sorts of other interesting annotations too. Come on, let me show you. Oh, there's no rush. No rush at all. As my great-grandfather always says, to practice calligraphy is to temper heart and mind. Only by understanding this text can you learn to write the words within. Actually, wait. Do you know what time it is right now? Oh, drat. I'm going to be late back. Looks like I'll be getting an earful from my father now. Either way, I've got to go face the music now. I'll be back later to practice my swordplay again, though. So if you have time, why not come and join me? I'm sure that we'll improve all the faster by putting our heads together and putting one another to the test. But if you don't want to practice, we can always take a walk or even go fishing. Look at me rambling on like this. I'll head back first. See you later.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn proper etiquette. You'd be happy.
I think not.
Thunder! Thunder!
scent.
Such defiance.
Thunder! Up the ante! Burn!
The show begin! Surge, begone!
Up the ante! Up the ante!
May I present Surge.
Up the ante! Burn!
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Gosh, all I could think of was you.
Not the best idea I have ever had. Metaphors speak for themselves.
Just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
Yeah. It's you. 1 second. Now activating chat mode. You made me jump there. I thought they'd finally caught me. Objectively speaking, the trouble was entirely of my own making. Half an hour ago, I was at Hotel de Boer for a drinks reception. It was to celebrate the successful opening of a show, but it was draining my energy. So, I waited for the right moment, then snuck away so I could switch to standby mode. Probably because I'm playing the lead role in the show? Is that so surprising? I'm always getting invitations to do solo performances. I just usually get Linny to write back and turn them down. But then came the Fontanalia Film Festival. We took all the kids from the House of the Hearth out to see a film, and after it finished, they all started clamoring for me to try out acting for some reason. Even Linny was chanting along with them. Anyway, it just so happened that a director called Mary who had sent me an invitation right around then. I'll spare you the details, but basically, I ended up accepting it. Yep, you nailed it. I'm playing the role of a puppet. In fact, the show's called The Lost Puppet, and it's a masked mime show. So I don't have to do any facial expressions or say any lines. Literally just a series of physical movements. The director says it's a very avant-garde art form. Art is not comprehended by the mind, but felt in the heart. At least, that's what the director says. Anyway, if nothing else, the opening performance seemed to go down well. At the drinks reception, everyone was crowding around me, saying, "Triumphant character portrayal, faithful adaptation of the original work, unequivocally, quintessentially avant-garde," and stuff like that. But being the center of attention is draining. So the moment they left me to go harass the director instead, I was out of there. The other thing is, some weird things happened while I was on the stage.
Sorry, Bonnie. I didn't mean to leave you out of the conversation. My bad. No, we just met. We bumped into each other right after I slipped away. Well, it'd be kind of difficult for us to communicate otherwise. Besides, I think she's taken a liking to the name. Haven't you, Bonnie? Yeah, that's right. Good kitty. We'll go find your owner soon, I promise. Nope. She's wearing a collar, and for the most part, she's pretty well groomed. If she is a stray, she hasn't been for long. Her stomach's been growling a lot. I guess she must have been missing for a few days now. As much as I'd love to hang out with her for a while longer, her owner's probably worried sick about her. Assuming she has an owner, that is. But the reception... I should probably show my face there again at some point, even if it's just to make excuses and leave again. Decision time. Well, I just find it exhausting, thinking through all the different ramifications of different choices and so on. That's more Lenny's area than mine. So, unless it's something really important, I usually just leave the decision-making to him. It's fine. He got Fremine to make me a little something for just this situation. Poof! A phaetometer. It looks pretty over the top, I know, but it's essentially just a box of cards. He kept the design simple, so it'd be harder to break. The way it works is, I pick a card at random, then look at the number on the card. Well, for example, if the number on the card is 5 or higher, I help Bonnie find her owner. If it's less than 5, I go back to the reception. I just have to believe in the bond between me and my cards, and my fate will reveal itself to me in numerical form. At least, that's what Lenny said. Anyway, I guess I'll give you a demonstration. I didn't like that. Was I using it wrong? Maybe if I just... Clearly, there's some design flaws to iron out. I'll have to let Fremine know. Let's see, which card did I get? 4. Well, the cards fell on the ground though, so I don't think it counts as fate. If you want to get the right answer, you have to let fate decide. Also something Lenny said. So, to put it another way, if picking a card up off the ground is how to not leave it to fate, then that means it must be the wrong answer. Or why don't you pick a card? Since I ran into you here, that means our fates are, like, interfering with each other. Thank you. This one is final, I promise. Here, take the fatometer. If it's 5 or above, that means fate successfully changed. Anything lower than 5 is a fail. Also, if you have your own thoughts about what I should do, feel free to share it. Now that I've got a good problem solver here to help, I don't need to run every little thing by fate. Back to the drinks reception. Nope, I said it was your decision. I'm not gonna waste any more energy dragging my feet. Besides, the drinks reception is technically part of the job as an official publicity event. So, if I bail on it, I might get sued for breach of contract, and that would be a huge pain in the butt. One other thing. Do you want to come with me? If you're free, I mean. Mm-hmm. Thanks.